Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Murovanka, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP. And he's sent this in, even though there's no competition this week because Angelina hasn't been well. Game on! Well, if you're not new to the channel, you probably won't know that there is a competition every week to get the best Arty replay. And talon1958 and Angelina75 send in their replays so that we can see who's actually got the best replay of the week. And the contest is for a prize, and that prize is who gets the lie-in on Sunday morning and who has to get up and look after their little boy. Okay, so no replays this week because Angelina was unwell with the flu, and I do hope she's got better. I had it myself, so I know what it was feeling like. I felt absolutely dreadful for a few days. But Talon actually has had a couple of good days, and now he's showing us this replay with the GW Panther, the 15cm howitzer mounted on top of a Panther hull, 600 Alpha, 39mm of pen, 7.2 meters on the burst radius, and between, I think it's 10 and 18 seconds of stun. Styling in on those enemy right now from the little turret on the back of the Panther hull. Bounce out. Oh, he caught him. Yep, the IS-3 kept backing away because he felt that he was actually being looked at, and he was, and the shell just hit the front of the vehicle. He only picked up 83 hit points of damage though, because that's where the heaviest armor on an IS-3 is located. It's a tier 8 game with tier 6 tanks in it. Okay, briefly saw a T-25 too, who has very thin armor. Rounds out. Oh, that was a direct hit! No doubt about that one. That was the T-29 taking him around. Of course, because it was a blind hit, we won't see the figures until the end of the game. Mind you, if the T-29 becomes visible again whilst we're looking at him, we might have an idea of how much we hit him for. The standard reload, 25.89 seconds. Talon's got 20.97. Now he's actually getting very close to this M12, but he'll be careful to go around him because Arty players don't like being disturbed while they're focusing and concentrating on a target, because of course it's all about having that aim fully dialed in so you can get the maximum accuracy, and so you don't want to be disturbed. Tank drivers don't really care so much if they run into somebody else, but it actually can be very important if you are dialed in and you want an accurate shot, especially if you've taken so much time to do it, because of course Arty players do tend to take a lot of time to load the shell, but they also take time to actually dial in. Rounds out. Just behind the IS-3 there. It was moving rather quickly. Now we've knocked the tree down, and that would provide cover, but we're actually moving a little further on. We're doing well in the Magic Forest so far, but we're not doing so well on the west side of the map. It's the enemy's pushing on that side. In many ways, it's actually a wise maxim to actually follow your strength, to actually stay close to your guys who you know are going to do well, and keep far enough away from the enemy where the enemy is pushing. It looks like our M12 is kind of stuck now, because if he tries to pull away, the IS-3 might actually spot him. Okay, we're looking up the other end of the forest. We've got a Firefly who's a one-shot. Rounds out. And he got the kill! Yep, he splashed him to death. So he's out. But unfortunately, we've also lost one of our tanks in that encounter. There was a Skoda T-25 in the Magic Forest, and he got taken out. And now it's 4 enemies versus 1 heavy. So we're looking over to the west side of the map at the moment. Okay, let's see what we can do. Rounds out. Well, we got some stun. That's the start. The enemy, the VK on our team is now being focused by the enemy Arty. There's two Arty shells just landed nearby. They've got a GW Panther and an S51. And Talon's decided he probably does need to move back towards his teammates because they're all focusing on the cap area. We're going to need some help for that VK, otherwise, well, he's retreating at the moment, but he's retreating under fire from enemy Arty. Okay, T29. We get a hit, that will probably be a one-shot for him. Yep, he's a one-shot now. T29's turned up alongside, outflanking the VK on our team. Unfortunately, he's not popping up as often as I would like. We're 4 tanks down on the enemy, so they are really pushing hard to win this one. Oh, they just lost the Hellcat. And this Nashorn has done a very silly thing. He's gone to that bush, but he made himself obvious before he did. Rounds out. That's a kill. That was a penetrating shot and a kill. It went right through the Nashorn, which is basically a Hummel tank with an 88mm gun instead of the howitzer. But unfortunately, he got spotted and he didn't pay attention to the fact that he had been spotted. Our VK's retreating from the Magic Forest, trying to hold the enemy at bay. 1 heavy tank trying to hold back 3 mediums. Or 1 light tank and 2 mediums. Rounds out. Good hit, solid hit, killed. He overwhelmed the Skoda, and that relieves a little bit pressure on the VK. We just need to take out this T44 now. We're almost loaded. It's a nice fast reload on the GW. Now he's going to let that dial in as well. There you go. Rounds out. It looks like the T44 have moved. T44 is pulling back, but he's using the buildings to protect himself. That T25-2 is now one shot. So I'd stay with him now, let it settle, and then shoot. And we don't need to because he has been killed. So the enemy assault on the west side has now failed. They've got an IS-3 there, but he's a one-shot. So we only need to get a shell near him. There he is. Okay, splash him and kill him. He's having to pull back his aim, but he fires and he gets the kill. And it looked like it might have been a direct hit as well. So that's useful, that's even the scores. Remember, we were 4 down at one point. He's using the tree line to actually move up, change position. And unfortunately, the VK's finally gone down, so he does have to change position and move closer to the west side. I put a shell in that CDT first. There he is, he's a one-shot. The Tiger 2 should be able to take him down. And he does go down. Move west quickly. The M12's headed west as well. Cheetah's going to a defensive position. The Hellcat's in a position where he can help. Scores are still even, but the enemy does have the southeast corner of the map now. But the T21 just been spotted. Okay, he's also down to at least maybe a 2-shot. We might be able to get him with 1 accurate shot if we can get it right on target. Rounds up. Yes! He did it! Accurate shot. That's his 5th kill of the game. 1 more, he gets the top gun. And the enemy has turned up in the southeast corner, and they're trying to get at the cap, but the G2's blocking their path. The Hellcat's there as well. I think that's bad news for the enemy. Now, if the G2 can keep that guy in sight, we can send a shell back towards him, towards the enemy. It is the T-44. Okay. Okay, if you're going to stay there, we'll put a round into you and then make you a one-shot. And in fact, actually, it gets better than that. He gets a kill shot, and that's his top gun. What a turnaround. A top gun. Now, can we kill that S51 up in the north? Well, the VK tried, or was it the VK, it was the Tiger. He tried, let's see. Rounds out, here we go. It lands just behind him, but we do get the stun assist because the Tiger 2 doesn't miss him the second time round, but unfortunately Tiger 2 goes down to the IS-2M. But now we've got the numbers in our favor because it's 4 versus 2. And although they've got a heavy tank who's full health, so it looks like he's probably ignoring the battle and not taking part, because I haven't seen this IS-2 before. He does have 2 kills, but I suspect that most of the damage he's been doing has actually been on tanks that never saw him. And now we've got the Hellcat and the IS-2, but we can kill the GW Panther for sure. There's the GW right at the back of the map. Let it settle, that's it, rounds out, and that was a direct hit. It didn't kill him, but it badly wounded him. Another G2's moving up as well, so that IS-2M is returning to try and get rid of the Hellcat. He's going to meet, and this is unusual, the GW, oh, he is missing. He is missing a huge amount of hit points. And then let it settle, let it settle. Rounds out. Yes, that's a kill. That's 7 kills. My gummy's going for a Radley's. He can actually do it. That IS-2 is now getting under serious pressure. Now's the time I might actually be considering saying, get the armor piercing out. We want to put a few holes in this guy. Okay, rounds out. I wouldn't want to be in that IS-2 right now. Not at the moment, no. He's really coming under pressure. He's hemorrhaging hit points. We're backing up a little bit. Oh, and that's it. He's gone. And that is the end of the game. It's a victory. That game was just one tank short of getting a Radley Walters for talon1958 of OLIMP in the GW Panther. What a game that was. It turned completely around, and it happened because they started shredding enemy tanks one by one, where Talon was firing around it and hoping he would actually get the guy down to a one-shot. He was actually getting kills instead. The guys were actually being wiped out. And yes, it really did work in the end. The Skoda T25 went down to a high roll kill shot. The T44 went out the same way. And then he was starting to hit the other enemies. Oh, wow. Everything went right. That was a first-class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the GW Panther. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 13. He got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he got 7, which is 1 short of getting a Radley Walters. And his win rate from that one, 3,517, which is Super Unicum standard. And he said, trick or treat. Yes, it certainly was a nice Halloween surprise because it did take place on the 31st of October. Let's have a look at team score. He didn't get the highest damage in that game. The G2 SP on our team got a high caliber for 3,285 hit points of damage. Second highest was that IS-2M on the enemy team with 3,073. And in third place, we can see it was Talon with 2,147 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, though, it was definitely Talon who got that one. 7 kills to him. 3 kills went to the G2 SP, who also, as I said, the high caliber. And 2 kills went to the Tiger 2, the Hellcat on his own team, and the IS-2M and T44 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was the G2 who did the best with 1,157, mostly down to the damage he did. And 1,108 went to the Tiger 2, and 1,026 went to Talon. So 3 players over 1,000 base in the game. He fired 18 rounds, a really good score in terms of pumping those shells out to actually get effective damage on the enemy. He got 9 direct hits on the enemy, and 2 of those were penetrating shots. And those were the ones I think actually did wipe out the enemy tanks, which were almost completely gone. But, well, not almost completely gone. They were actually, looks like they were more than 1 shot at the time. But I think you can actually see that the 2 that he actually penetrated were not that one either. Where was it? On the Nashorn, yes, 670 hit points of damage on the Nashorn. He actually, was it the T21? The T21 was 205 hit points. That was this guy was backing up. And I thought, well, he's 205, so he'll probably take it down to just 10 hit points or something less. But no, he wiped the guy out completely with that penetrating shot. So really good results on those. 14 splashes, 2,147 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 7, so couldn't get a Confederate, but he got the Top Gun instead. 238 hit points, a stun assist of 8 stuns. Didn't get a lot of stun assist, but certainly did hit the enemy hard in that game. He earned a profit of 64,100 credits. In fact, he would have made a profit even if it's on a free-to-play account on that one. And he got a 50,000 credit bonus for mission completion. 3,078 experience points out of the game as well. So he was certainly rocking it. And I'm pretty sure he was enjoying it towards the end because, of course, he was getting so much damage on the enemy. Hope you enjoyed that game as well. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.